Determine two simplest functions f of x and g of x, whose composite is y equals f of g of x and y equals the square root of x over x plus 1. First, observe that with this composite of function, f is the outer function and g will be the inner function. G is the function inside of the function f. By observation, with the given formula, we see that the rational function x over x plus 1 has to be the inner function because it is inside the radical function, and the radical function is therefore the outer function. Once we identified the inner function, we will use this as an input. Because this will be an input, we will use the square root of a generic variable x for the outer function. We will let the inner function g of x be x over x plus 1, and therefore the outer function will be f of x equals the square root, but again, we are not going to use the square root of x over x plus 1. We will use whatever g of x and make it a block of x. So the outer function is simply the simple radical function. How do we know that this will work? Well, if we compose them in this order and we obtain the original given y, then this means that this will work. To evaluate f of g of x, we replace f with the g that we came up with, which is x over x plus 1. This means that the input of the function f is now x over x plus 1. So we go to the function f. What the function f says? We would square root the input, but the input is x over x plus 1. But this is precisely the formula that was given to us. And so this choice of f and g will work. We found the two simplest functions. F of x is simply the square root of x, and g of x is simply x over x plus 1. These two functions are simpler than the given function.